Hello again. In the final couple of days of Jesus' life on earth, he faced a level of rejection few of us have ever experienced. One of his closest friends betrays him for financial gain. Another denies even knowing him, not once but 3 times. The crowds who cheered and worshipped him just a few days before now bay for his blood. As Jesus hangs on the cross, dying a painful death, he is surrounded by people mocking and tormenting him. Just a few women and his closest friend remain with him to support him. But even in agony, his thoughts are for their comfort, not his own. He entrusts his mother and his best friend to care for one another. Rejected and pretty much abandoned by others, he struggles to breathe. An agonising and humiliating death. In their Gospels, Matthew and Mark tell us that some of Jesus' final words were, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Not only does Jesus experience the torture of crucifixion, the rejection and abandonment by crowds and dear friends, he also faces separation from God his Father in his deepest hour of need. As we reach the Easter weekend this year, I'm acutely aware of the desperate and painful situations many are now facing. Families unable to visit loved ones who are unwell or dying. People dying with no hand to hold, no words of comfort being offered as they pass away. Funerals taking place with family and friends unable to attend. This type of separation is so very hard to endure. And even for those of us who are unaffected by serious illness or bereavement, all of us are experiencing a number of different separations right now. The holiday weekend, when many of us would usually meet up with friends and loved ones, makes our present time of isolation seem even harder to bear. We can't gather together as church to proclaim that Christ is risen either. We're separated from our usual routines, and possibly from roles which bring us a sense of fulfilment, status and achievement. We don't enjoy the same levels of freedom and security as we did even a month ago. Many of the things that brought us comfort, reassurance, security and purpose have now been stripped away. At this dark time, we remember the darkest of all days. But that darkest day is the reason that even in our present darkness, distress and dis-ease, it's the reason we can have hope. Jesus allowed himself to be separated from God so that none of us would have to experience that for ourselves. We are promised in the letter to the Romans that nothing can separate us from the love of God, not life, nor death, nor angels, nor rulers, nor present things, nor things to come. We could add, nor coronavirus, nor social distancing, nor shielding, nor redundancy, nor fear. Not anything can separate us from God's love. Although it is truly heartbreaking that people are dying without their loved ones there, we can take some comfort in knowing that they aren't truly alone. They are not separated from God. They are held tight by him when we cannot be there to hold them. Jesus, who knows true separation, is holding their hand, whispering their name, leading them to new life and the wholeness of heaven. As we are separated from our usual contacts and comforts, God wants us to connect even more deeply with him, to find our ultimate comfort, reassurance, security and purpose in him alone. Life has changed dramatically for all of us over the past few weeks, but God hasn't changed. His love for us, his presence with us is as steadfast and certain as ever. As followers of Jesus, we have never been promised an easy life, a life without difficulty or suffering. But we are promised that we will never have to face those difficulties alone, because God will always, always be with us. Nothing can separate us from him. None of us know for certain what the next few weeks and months will look like. We all know that it won't be easy. But as followers of Jesus, we can know for certain that we are not alone. My hope and prayer for all of us is that whatever we face, we will truly know the presence and love of God and experience a deep peace that can only come from him. May God bless you all.